President Obama's growing frustration over gun violence in America hit a new low Tuesday as he recalled the Sandy Hook shootings in 2012 that killed 20 school children.
Every time I think about those kids, it gets me mad.
Unable to pass gun reform through Congress, he announced new executive orders to tighten rules on background checks and broaden the definition of who is a gun dealer so that more sellers would have to screen buyers. These mild measures don't go nearly as far as he wants, and he knows it.
It won't happen during this Congress. It won't happen during my presidency. So just because it's hard, that's no excuse not to try.
The number of active shooting situations in America has increased during Obama's time in office. So has the number of gun sales. While he was certainly for more gun control before becoming president,
don't tell me we can't uphold the Second Amendment while keeping AK-47s out of the hands of criminals.
He didn't make it a core issue of his administration during his first term. After the shooting in Tucson that injured Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, he simply asked the country to give more thought to gun violence in America.
Already, we've seen a national conversation commence, not only about the motivations behind these killings, but about everything from the merits of gun safety laws to the adequacy of our mental health system.
And the same after a shooting at a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado.
I hope that over the next several days, next several weeks, and next several months, we all reflect on how we can do something about some of the senseless violence that ends up marring this country.
But less than a month after winning re-election in 2012, 20 children and 6 adults were shot at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. That, combined with 2 earlier shootings, appeared to be Obama's turning point.
These tragedies must end. And to end them, we must change.
He quickly began a push for gun reform in Congress. His proposal called for criminal background checks for all gun sales and reinstituting a ban on assault weapons that had expired in 2004. Other reforms included limiting the size of ammunition magazines and financing mental health programs. Despite national polls showing support for some of the proposals, the bill was fiercely criticized by the NRA and led to a political firestorm.
The government should focus on keeping firearms out of the hands of criminals and those with mental issues that could cause them to be a threat to our society. The government should not punish or harass law-abiding citizens in the exercise of their Second Amendment rights.
It failed in the Senate.
So all in all, this was a pretty shameful day for Washington.
Since then, Obama has grown more and more irritated after each mass shooting, knowing that his chance to enact serious gun reform has passed.
By now, though, it should be clear that the change we need will not come from Washington, even when tragedy strikes Washington. Change will come the only way it ever has come, and that's from the American people.
And after a horrific rampage at a historic black church that killed 9, Obama again spoke in quiet resignation, suggesting that his hands were tied.
At some point, we as a country will have to reckon with the fact that this type of mass violence does not happen in other advanced countries. And it is in our power to do something about it. I say that recognizing the politics in this town foreclose a lot of those avenues right now.
Now with his presidency concluding in a year, Obama urged voters to make it an issue come November.
The reason Congress blocks laws is because they want to win elections. And if you make it hard for them to win an election, if they block those laws, they'll change course, I promise you.